She hadn't eaten in 3 days. No food, no water. The palace walls were cold around her. Her body was weak. Her hands were trembling, but she didn't stop because she knew something that took modern science thousands of years to finally prove. When you stop feeding your body starts feeding itself. It starts cleaning, repairing, rebuilding. Deep inside your gut, the part of your body the Bible calls your innermost being, something ancient was waking up. And what happened next changed not just her life, it changed history. Her name was Esther, and what she did 2,500 years ago, doctors are only now beginning to understand. The Bible is full of people who fasted. Kings, prophets, warriors, queens, disciples. They fasted for different reasons, in different ways, for different lengths of time. But they all shared one thing in common. When they stopped eating, something powerful happened inside them. Not just spiritually, not just emotionally, but physically, inside their gut, inside their cells. Today, scientists have a name for what happens when you fast. They call it autophagy. They call it gut microbiome reset. They call it cellular repair. But the Bible described it thousands of years ago, in stories, in prayers, in real lives. In this video, we are going to walk through 15 different biblical fasting methods. Each one is unique. Each one has a story behind it, and each one can do something powerful for your gut and your body today. Let's begin. The Daniel fast. Daniel 10:3, 21 days, vegetables, fruits, water only. Imagine being taken from your home, from your country, from everything you know. That's what happened to Daniel. He was a young man brought to Babylon. The king's palace was full of rich food, heavy meat, sweet wine. But Daniel said no. For 21 days he ate only vegetables and fruits. He drank only water. And at the end of those 21 days, he looked healthier than everyone around him. Here's what modern science says about this. When you remove processed food, sugar, and meat for 21 days, your gut bacteria completely changes. The bad bacteria start to die. The good bacteria start to grow. Inflammation goes down. Energy goes up. The Daniel fast is not extreme. You still eat, but you eat clean. And that alone can reset your gut in ways that feel almost miraculous. The absolute fast. Esther 4:16, 3 days, no food or water. You already met Esther at the beginning of this video. 3 days, no food, no water, not a single drop. This is one of the most intense fasts in the entire Bible, and the most dangerous if done incorrectly. This is not something to try at home without medical guidance. But here is what happens inside your body during a 3-day fast. Your body runs out of glucose, its normal fuel, so it switches to burning fat. It activates a deep cleaning process inside every cell. Old, broken cell parts are removed. New cells begin to form. Your gut lining, which controls everything from immunity to mood, starts to repair itself at a level that no supplement can match. Esther fasted out of courage, out of faith, and out of the belief that something greater was at work inside her. What happens next on our list is something most people have never heard of, and it might surprise you. The sunrise to sunset fast. Judges 20:26. Daytime fasting. Eat only after dark. This is the fast that most people can actually do, and science says it might be the most powerful one for everyday gut health. The people of Israel in the book of Judges fasted from sunrise to sunset. They ate nothing during the day, then they broke their fast after dark. Today, scientists call this intermittent fasting, and the research is remarkable. When you give your gut a 14 to 16-hour break from food every single day, it has time to clean itself. Your gut lining repairs, your liver detoxes, your blood sugar stabilizes, and your body's internal clock, what scientists call your circadian rhythm, resets itself completely. This is a fast you can start tomorrow and feel the difference within 1 week. The 40-day Moses fast. Exodus 34:28. 40 days, no bread, no water. This one stops people every time they read it. Moses went up the mountain. For 40 days and 40 nights, he ate nothing. He drank nothing. No human being can survive 40 days without water. This is not biology. This is a miracle. But here is what we can take from this story. Moses came down that mountain with a face that shone like light. His body was renewed. His mind was clear. His spirit was strong. Extended fasting, even just 5 to 7 days under medical supervision, has been shown to completely regenerate the immune system, to reset the gut microbiome from zero, to clear brain fog, reduce inflammation, and restore the body in ways that feel completely impossible. Moses fasted supernaturally, but the science behind fasting itself is very, very real. The 40-day Jesus fast, Matthew 4:2, 40 days in the wilderness. After Jesus was baptized, something unexpected happened. He didn't go to the temple. He didn't go to the city. He went into the desert, alone, for 40 days. No food, just silence, just solitude, just fasting. And when he came back, everything changed. His ministry began. His power was undeniable. What happens in your gut during long-term fasting mirrors this story. At first, it's hard, uncomfortable. Your body fights back. But then, something shifts. Gut bacteria that feed on sugar and junk die off completely. Healthier, ancient strains of bacteria begin to grow. Your brain-gut connection strengthens. Your mood lifts. Your clarity increases. Fasting doesn't just change your body, it changes how you think, how you feel, who you are. Before we continue, if this is already changing the way you see fasting, go ahead and hit that like button right now. It tells YouTube that this kind of content matters. And subscribe if you want more ancient wisdom that actually works in the modern world. Now, let's keep going, because what comes next is where it gets really interesting. The one-day atonement fast, Leviticus 23:27, Yom Kippur style, 1 full day. Once a year, God commanded Israel to fast for 1 full day, no exceptions. This was called Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, a day to let go, to be still, to humble the body so the spirit could breathe. And here is something powerful. Regular one-day fasts, even just once a month, have been shown to dramatically reduce the risk of heart disease, metabolic syndrome, and gut inflammation. You don't need to fast every day to see results. Sometimes, one intentional day of complete rest for your digestive system is all your body needs to begin healing. One day, once a month, ancient tradition, modern science, both agree, it works. The Elijah fast, 1 Kings 19:8, 40 days on one meal. Elijah was exhausted. He had just fought the greatest spiritual battle of his life, and he collapsed under a tree and asked God to let him die. An angel touched him, gave him food and water, and then, on the strength of that one meal, he walked for 40 days. 40 days on one meal. This is what we call extreme caloric restriction, and the science behind it shows that when the body runs on very little food, it becomes incredibly efficient. It stops wasting energy on digestion. It redirects that energy to repair, recovery, and healing. Elijah didn't just survive. He went on to one of the most powerful moments in his entire life. And it started with rest, one meal, and 40 days of walking. Sometimes healing starts with slowing everything down. The Ezra fast, Ezra 8:21, corporate group fasting. For breakthrough. Ezra didn't fast alone. He called everyone together, a whole community, and they fasted as one. This tells us something important. Fasting is more powerful when it is shared. Modern research actually supports this. People who fast with a partner, or as part of a community, are significantly more likely to stick with it, to see results, and to maintain healthier habits long after the fast ends. If you have been struggling to fast alone, find someone to do it with. A friend, a family member, your whole household. The Ezra fast reminds us that breakthrough is easier together. The Hannah fast, 1 Samuel 1:7, fasting through grief and deep petition. Hannah couldn't eat, not because she chose to fast, but because her grief was so deep. Food had no meaning. She wept, she prayed, she poured out her heart to God, and she couldn't eat, and God answered her. Here is something few people know. Grief, stress, and emotional pain cause real physical damage to the gut. The gut-brain connection is powerful. When your heart breaks, your gut breaks too. But fasting through emotional pain, even unintentional fasting, triggers the body's own healing response. It forces the nervous system to shift, to reset, to begin recovering. Hannah's fast was born from heartbreak, but healing came out of it, just like it can for you. Stay with us. Fast number 10 is one that almost nobody talks about, and it might be the most relatable one on this entire list. The Nehemiah fast. Nehemiah 1:4, fasting with mourning and repentance. Nehemiah heard that the walls of Jerusalem were broken, that his people were in shame and danger, and he sat down, he wept, he mourned, and for days he fasted and prayed. This is a fast born out of a broken heart, for something bigger than yourself. And what happened next is remarkable. That same man who was sitting in grief became one of the greatest builders in biblical history. He rebuilt the walls. He restored the city. He led a broken people back to strength. Sometimes fasting is the beginning of rebuilding, not just your gut, but your purpose, your direction, your life. Nehemiah's fast turned grief into action, and the same thing can happen for you. The Paul fast. Acts 9:9, 3 days no food or water after conversion. Paul, before he was Paul, was a man named Saul, and he was on his way to destroy Christians. Then a blinding light knocked him off his horse. A voice spoke, and when it was over, Saul couldn't see, he couldn't eat, he couldn't drink. For 3 days, he sat in complete darkness, fasting, waiting, changing. When he came out, he was a different person, completely transformed. A 3-day fast is one of the most studied fasting protocols in modern medicine. Within 72 hours, the body triggers a deep immune reset. Old immune cells are cleared, new ones are generated. Gut inflammation drops significantly, mental clarity increases. Paul's fast didn't just change his beliefs, it changed his biology, and yours can too. The disciples' regular fast. Luke 18:12, twice weekly structured fasting. The Pharisees in Luke 18 boasted that they fasted twice a week, every week, like clockwork. And while Jesus corrected their pride, the practice itself is remarkable. 2 days of fasting per week, every week, all year long. Modern research on 5-2 fasting, where you eat normally for 5 days and fast for 2, shows dramatic results. Weight drops, blood sugar stabilizes, gut bacteria diversity increases, inflammation markers fall across the board. This is not an occasional thing. This is a lifestyle, a rhythm, a discipline. And the people who practice it consistently, they don't just heal their gut, they transform their entire health. The widow's continual fast. Luke 2:37, Anna's lifestyle of fasting and prayer. Anna was 84 years old. She had been a widow for most of her life, and she never left the temple. Day and night she fasted and prayed. 84 years old, and still going. Still strong, still clear-minded. There is a growing body of research that links lifelong moderate caloric restriction, eating less, more mindfully, more intentionally, with longer life, better gut health, and sharper mental function into old age. Anna didn't fast for results. She fasted as a way of life, and the result was a woman full of wisdom, full of energy, and full of purpose. At 84, what would your life look like if fasting became part of your daily rhythm? The Joel fast. Joel 2:12, nationwide emergency fast. Joel didn't call one person to fast, he called an entire nation. Old men, young men, children, babies, brides, priests, everyone. He said, return to me with all your heart, with fasting, with weeping, with mourning. This was an emergency. The land was dying, the food was gone, and the only answer was not to eat more, but to fast together. We live in a world where gut disease is at crisis levels. Obesity, inflammation, autoimmune conditions, depression, anxiety, all connected to a broken gut. Maybe what we need isn't another diet. Maybe what we need is what Joel prescribed, a collective return to simplicity, to fasting, to letting the body heal the way it was designed to. The John the Baptist fast. Matthew 3:4, locusts and wild honey. extreme minimalist diet. John the Baptist didn't just fast occasionally, he lived on almost nothing. Locusts, wild honey, that was his diet. In the desert, for years, people thought he was strange. But when he walked into the city, people stopped everything to listen to him. He had a power about him, a clarity, an authority. Locusts are one of the most protein-dense foods on earth. Wild honey is a powerful prebiotic. It feeds the good bacteria in your gut. Together, they created a gut environment that was probably extraordinary. John didn't know the science, he just listened to his body. He ate what the earth provided, simply, minimally, intentionally. And the lesson for us? Your gut doesn't need complicated food. It doesn't need exotic supplements. It needs simplicity. Real food, less of it, and space to heal. 15 people, 15 stories, 15 different ways of fasting. Some fasted for 3 days, some for 40, some for a lifetime. Some fasted from grief, some from purpose, some from discipline, some from desperation. But they all discovered the same truth. When you stop feeding the body begins to heal itself. Not because fasting is magic, but because your body was designed for it, built for it, wired for it. From the very beginning, the Bible didn't write about fasting to make people suffer. It wrote about fasting because the men and women who lived it discovered something that modern science is only now catching up to. Your gut is not just a digestive organ. It is the center of your immunity, your mood, your energy, your clarity, and it can heal. It wants to heal. It just needs you to give it the space to do so. Esther survived 3 days without water and saved a nation. Daniel ate only plants for 21 days and outshone every man in the palace. Moses came down a mountain after 40 days and his face was shining. What could happen to you if you just started? Even one day, even one meal skipped with intention, even one sunrise to sunset. The ancient world knew something powerful, and now, so do you. If this video opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Drop a comment below and tell me, which fast surprised you the most? I read every single one. And if you want more ancient wisdom like this, subscribe right now because we're just getting started. I'll see you in the next one.